Hi, it's Mark here. Thank you very much for confirming your subscription to my free mini video series, Foundations of High Performance. This first video is about something called high payoff activities, the critical activities that actually deliver your goals. I'm going to show you what they are. I'm going to show you how to define what they are for you and how you can actually use this knowledge to turbocharge your productivity. So without further ado, let's get on to video one. Before I start, let me tell you a little bit about me. I used to work for one of Britain's biggest companies. I worked there for 20 years and I got on quite well. They promoted me every 2 years or so and made me a senior manager when I was 32. About 4 years ago, I left all that behind to set up my own company specialising in business and executive coaching. I did this because I really wanted to help people realise more of their potential. That's what I do. However, the first 2 years were shocking, absolutely shocking. I didn't win any work for 6 months. 6 months. I had no savings, no liquid assets. I got behind with a mortgage. My wife didn't know what I was doing. I was routinely waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, lying there staring at the ceiling for hour upon hour, trying to figure out what to do, and frankly, wondering if I was up to this challenge. Now, I'm not going to say any more about those first 2 years apart from this. The reason I am here with a successful coaching business, earning more than I ever did, and that is important, is because I realized I had to be a high performer. I actually thought I was a high performer, but clearly I wasn't. My results told me that. I was doing the right things, but I wasn't doing all the right things, and I wasn't spending enough time on what I was doing. I wasn't productive. Well, not productive enough anyway. I could be successful in a big corporation. I had been. But getting my own business up and running from a standing start needed more. It needed real high performance. And that's what this free mini video series, Foundations of High Performance, is all about. It'll give you a taste of what I discovered, what I've tried, what I've tested, what I've mastered, and what I now coach my private clients on. The tools, techniques, and the mindset, that's important, the mindset of real high performance. This first video is all about something called high payoff activities. My focus on high payoff activities was one of the things that saved me in those dark days at the start of my business. Now let me tell you what high payoff activities are all about. What are high payoff activities? High payoff activities are the critical actions that deliver your goals. If you do them, all of them, for enough time, you will achieve your goals more often than not. If you don't do all of them for enough time, you don't stand any chance of achieving your goals. You will fail. I am afraid this is guaranteed. There are many actions that facilitate goal achievement. You know, they help. These are not high payoff activities. These are often just distractions. Why are high payoff activities important? High payoff activities are the difference between success and failure. They are important because your personal effectiveness, or call it your productivity if you want, is determined solely by how much time you spend on high payoff activities. And if you've got colleagues and a senior team, this goes for them as well. A focus on high payoff activities is the essence of time management and personal productivity. Typically, when I conduct time audits with my clients, I find they spend only 15 to 20% of their working day doing high payoff activities. Some of them find this hard to believe, but I'm afraid it's true. Now, we're not robots and we can't get to 100%, but we can get to 50% with a bit of focus and determination. Now, this will double or triple most people's productivity. Do you think that will help you? I think it will. This will give you a significant advantage over your competitors. This will put you in the top 5% of managers and leaders. And if you're really focused on this, it will put you in the top 1%. And it's not that hard. Not only that, but you will feel in control, you'll feel calmer, more in charge, and you'll feel on your front foot. You'll be more clear-headed, more purposeful. You will be more successful in less time. So, what can you do now? First, pause this video, download the PDF workbook. There's a link to it below this screen. Print it out, staple it together, get a pen, sit down and start the video up again. Do that now. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to take you through the High Payoff Activities workbook. Stop the video when you need to, work at your own pace, use a pen, not your computer. It's more personal when you write it. Okay, let's start. Number 1, write down a significant goal you have in the workplace, something that will take you months or maybe even a year to complete. This should be one of your major responsibilities. Make the goal SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. This is important. Get more clients, for example, is not a goal, it's a dream. Generate £50,000 of new gross margin from a minimum of 10 new clients by the end of Q2. That's a goal, that's a SMART goal. Now don't rush this. All success starts with clear, worthwhile goals. Number 2, write down everything you or anyone else in the organisation can do to make this goal happen. Everything. It's important to get everything down because it might be clear to you that refurbishing the website is not a critical activity, but to the person who loves doing it, they will delude themselves that it is a critical activity. Number 3, look at all the activities and circle those that will make the difference, those that will deliver your goal, those that are essential and that you know in your heart of hearts must be done, whether you like doing them or not. These are your high payoff activities. Number 4, make sure each high payoff activity has a metric associated with it. So write them with metrics. For example, do some cold calling becomes make 20 cold calls per day. For one-off activities, make them time-bound as well. For example, launch XYZ product by the end of Q1. You now have the high payoff activities that will give you the best chance of achieving your goal. Now it's worth making 2 points here. These high payoff activities need to be done by someone, but not necessarily you. You can delegate them and you can outsource them. For example, the cold calling would be better outsourced, especially if you hate doing it, which most people do. Secondly, defining your high payoff activities is a bit of an art. It requires your judgment and you may change your mind from time to time. This is okay, don't worry about it. This process is not about being perfect, it's about being effective. Okay, we have our high payoff activities with metrics. What's next? Number 5, put the high payoff activities in your diary. Make sure that it looks like 50% of your time is scheduled to be spent on these critical activities. These activities take precedence. Protect this time with your life. Give your high payoff activities this amount of time and you will have all the benefits that we've discussed. Don't go for more than 50% of your time on high payoff activities, although it's tempting. Not yet. Just stick with the 50%. Now remember, your diary is about time management, allocating your time to tasks. It's not simply to keep track of meetings with other people. So if a high payoff activity requires only you, that's fine. Put it in the diary anyway. Now, before the start of every week, make sure 50% of your working hours are allocated to high payoff activities. Protect this time with your life. These are the hours where you will make your real progress. These are the hours when you will deliver your potential. The identification of high payoff activities and the allocation of half of your time to them will bring you great success and make you feel wonderfully clear-headed and purposeful. This technique is simple, but it's quite profound. Most people will never really harness the power of high payoff activities. They will stay more reactive than they need to be, driven by other people's agendas, or even worse, they'll be distracted by the next shiny thing that comes along. But this is not you. You can use this concept to change your life. Really, that's not an idle claim. You can transform the results you get from your life with high payoff activities. You can deliver very much more of your potential starting right now. High payoff activities are the essence of personal effectiveness, and this is the first foundation stone of high performance. Hi, I really hope you enjoyed that first video all about high payoff activities. I have to tell you, my own experience in my business and working with my clients over the last years has shown me that a rigorous, single-minded focus on high payoff activities pays massive benefits, massive benefits. It's all about spending as much time as possible on the stuff that really matters. Now, who wouldn't want to do that? Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. There's a link just below this video which will take us to video number 2, which is called Managing Distraction. Having high payoff activities is one thing, but if you can't manage distractions, you're going to struggle. So click on the link now and have a look at video 2. Thank you very much.